Hey mother fathers, and welcome to another guitar stuff and other stuff video. I think I need a bigger stapler. So I wanted to do a quick video on how to change the sound of your guitar and make your guitar sound a bunch of different ways just by moving your right hand up and down the body. It's a pretty cool little technique. Now I'm going to show you, I'm going to hit this note here. Okay, that note is actually supposed to be an A, but it's not because my guitar is tuned down, so it's a G, but it doesn't matter for the purpose of this lesson. So I'm going to start here, which is where most people play with their right hand, which is right over the hole, where it's the most open, and I'm going to move it around, and you'll notice a change in sound. Here we go. Now you notice the note did not change, but the sound of the note and the tone of the note clearly changed as I was moving my hand up and down. So it's just a cool technique. You can play around with it however you want. It's a little softer the higher up you get and a little more edgy the lower you go. For example, let's say you want to start a Western song or a Western movie, right? And you start it with like the A minor chord, which in my case is going to be a G minor chord because I'm tuned down. We'll get into that later. But here, I'll just play the chord. Right? It's kind of a good starting sound to like a Western movie or like a Western song or something, right? You know, it's like Tombstone starring Phil Jackson, the basketball coach. And so now let's say you want to give that sound a little more edge. Now, of course, you can do it in your DAW, your Logic, or Pro Tools or whatever, and EQ it and give it some effects and all that stuff. But let's say you want to do it naturally and raw. If you move it down to the base of the guitar, right over the bridge, then you're going to get a little edgier sound. Notice the comparison. That more open sound over the hole, and then that more edgy sound down by the bridge. So I'm going to play this chord, this basic G minor chord, which is A minor on your guitar probably, but it's the A minor position. And I'm just going to play it, and I'm going to move up and down the fretboard. Watch my face as I move up and down the fretboard, and you will notice the change in tone. Here we go. Now let's start here. So you notice it got more intense as I got to the bridge and a little softer as I moved up. So it's open here, it's intense here and kind of edgy, and then when you get up really high, it kind of has this soft feel. So like, this is like they're about to go to gun battle or whatever. That's just an open chord if you want it to sound more full for a benign scene. And then this is like, the woman is walking through the yard when everyone's been shot and she's looking at all the dead bodies. Or whatever you want to score your movie. So that's the basic gist of it. You can change the sound of your instrument by moving your hand up and down. Two more real quick things I want to show you kind of in the same vein. You'll notice when I'm playing this chord that this thumb is out. That's not correct technique. The correct technique is to press it against the back of the fretboard so you have control and power. But us rock and rollers, we love to keep our thumb up. But one reason we like to keep our thumb up, or I like to keep my thumb up, is because I can mute this string. If this chord does not include this string, I can actually, when I'm strumming, include that string, and it might have a cool, like, edgy off-tone sound, but if I don't want that in there, instead of trying to strum this chord without hitting it, boom, I can just mute it. So now it's muted. You can't hear it, so I can just strum. Right? Freely, and not worry about getting this tone in there. So, unless you're an amazing guitarist and you can strum this without hitting this string, it's a good reason to keep your thumb up. You can mute this string. So one last thing to mention, later on I'm going to do a video on harmonics and tuning. Harmonics are this sound. Okay, you kind of rest your finger over the note as opposed to pressing down, and it creates that harmonic sound, which is kind of like a nice higher tone. Okay, I like to tune with harmonics. The one thing I will mention is that the closer you are to the bridge, the more intense your harmonic is going to be. That's why when you're tuning, it's always good to keep it close to the bridge. And you'll notice there's no vibration or wah wah wah. If I were to tune this down a little bit, you'll notice. You hear that wah 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 wah? Now listen. Boom. So as always, I like to finish up with a random jam. So I've never heard this before. You've never heard this before, so this is the first time anyone's hearing this. Let's go with the position of D here. Let's see what happens. Thanks for watching. I'm going to be making more videos, so please like, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff. If you didn't like me or this video, don't like, dislike, whatever. I'm cool with you being honest. Stay tuned for more videos. Yes, guitar stuff and other stuff.